comment on Tish's award first, I guess?
Well, I'm happy for her. She really picked up her how hard she worked and this summer and continued it on into this season. She's kind of became the player that I think she's always wanted to be, and it's really been a big asset to the team. So I'm happy for her to get rewarded for that.
Can you talk about how well she's working tandem with Heidi?
They're doing a great job together. I mean, they've played together for so long; they kind of know where each other's going to be, and when one is in posting up, it seems like the other knows how to find them or where to find them. So they've done a great job on the court, but even more so off the court, leading a pretty darn young team, and that's kind of the most satisfying for me to see how well they've led this young team.
Talk about how important that will be heading into this weekend when Horizon League play starts.
It's huge. Obviously, as John said, we're going up against two very, very good teams on the road. So there's going to be times where things aren't going so well, and we need Heidi and Tish's leadership to kind of keep us calm and headed in the right direction.
What has this team learned from the last especially Cornell loss?
You know what? Cornell is a very good team, and they shot the lights out. They were averaging, I think, just over 3 made threes a game, and I think they had 8, if I remember correctly. When they got an open look, they were making it, and there was some times where we didn't. They out-hustled us a little bit, which was what I was most disappointed in. But overall, they're a good team and shot it really well. I think it teaches us that our defense needs to be really sharp and focused and ready to go no matter who we're playing, where we're playing. The atmosphere was a little bit, there was very, very few people there with it being break and kind of a dead atmosphere. So I think that affected us, and we can't let anything like that affect us. I mean, we have to go in, single-minded, focused, and ready to play our best.
How important was the last 3-game stretch with Pitt, Akron, Cornell to kind of get yourselves ready for this tough conference schedule?
Well, it was very important. I mean, with the teams we have coming up in UIC and Green Bay and Cleveland State and Wright State, I mean, those teams are all outstanding. So to play tough teams going into conference, it just gets us ready.
Is this the toughest stretch, John, that's on your schedule?
Yeah, I think, no question. They're very tough teams, and to start on the road like we are, it just makes it a little bit tougher.
Can you give a quick assessment of what you see out of this league? Is still Green Bay the team to beat?
I definitely think Green Bay is the team to beat. Wright State losing Demings was huge, although they have a ton of firepower anyway. Green Bay's just got the culture, and they've got the winning attitude, and when you've won it for 16 years or 17 years in a row, you don't want to lose that streak and give that up. So they have the culture of coming ready to play every day, no matter where they are, and that's what we're striving for. And we're making small steps, and hopefully we can keep moving forward.
Talk a little bit about the UIC matchup specifically.
UIC, they lead our league in scoring defense and field goal percentage defense and block shots and steals, and so that they're very good. Ravonna Campbell and Terry Bender, kind of the leaders of the team. And on their floor, they're undefeated and going to play well. So we're going to have to play extremely well to get the win there.
I don't know if you can comment on this. How is the league schedule determined? Any idea?
I really don't know. I know it's tough because of the odd number of teams and no travel partners per se. That kind of creates a little bit of a challenge for the people who do the scheduling. We can send in our comments, or if we don't think it's necessarily a good situation for our teams, everybody kind of sends in their own comments and they try to make it the best they can.
Do you think you're going to learn a lot more about your team in this 2-game stretch with 2 tough road games right out of the gate in the conference schedule?
I think that it's going to be a challenge for us. We've played a lot of road games and some tough ones, so I think we know what we have to do going into these games. It's just whether we get it done or not.
You talked about UIC defensively being very, very strong. Does
Yeah.
that change anything that you guys do offensively? Maybe slow the pace down a little bit and try and take care of the ball a little bit more?
We definitely want to take care of the ball. I mean, they lead the league in steals per game. I think they're at almost 13, and the next closest in the league is averaging 9. So they're quite a bit better in forcing turnovers. They'll get up and pressure you for a while, and then they'll play a zone where they kind of try to get in the passing lanes, and then they'll trap all over the place for a while. So they throw a lot of different things at you too.
No loss is good, obviously, but can you sense maybe some reality is set in with your players a little bit more?
I just think that we feel like we could have came more ready to play. I think Cornell is a very good team. Obviously, Pitt's a great team. So, I mean, we're going to still be confident and go in there, excited to and believing that we can win any game we go into, and we just have to play well.
What have you told these freshmen about this Horizon League schedule and how different it is from the non-conference that you've seen so far?
Well, we've just been trying to reiterate since day one that our league is really tough, and it's a grind, and you have to come ready to play and focused every single day. And for freshmen, they figure it out as the time goes on. I mean, when they don't come necessarily ready to play, it shows on the box score and usually in the win and loss column. So they're learning as the season goes on.
Is there anything that can be done in practice to kind of prepare them a little bit more for that, or is it kind of just that trial by error and
I mean, you do as best you can to create game-like situations, and but we're supposed to fly out on Wednesday, and there's a storm blowing in, and we could end up busing over to Chicago. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but the best teams, the most mentally tough teams, don't let any of that affect them. They just go with flow. Hey, it is what it is, and come ready to play anyway.
John, with school starting next Monday, I believe, kind of a little different tone, I mean, with school starting?
We really haven't changed a whole lot during this break in terms of difference as to when school is going on. The players will have to budget their time a little bit better, and just we may not quite have as much time to focus on basketball, but the education as well, why they're here. They did a great job in the first semester as a team, and I'm very proud of them for that. And I let them focus as much as they need to on their studies, and we'll get as much basketball in as we can during our allotted times and go from there.